Hello, and welcome back to Hitman. And in this series, we will go back to where it all started. And this time round, we will focus on completing as many of the challenges as we can on each and every one of the primary Hitman targets, with maybe a few interesting bonus kills on the way. Today we are in Chongqing, China for the medium rare challenge, which entails getting one of Imogen's employees to eliminate Imogen for us. This is quite a long-winded one, so the only item we will need to be bringing with us will be a silenced pistol, and we will be starting at the riverside walkway. Everything else is available to us on the map. So, right from the start and off the bat, I mentioned this one is quite long-winded. We have to go on a lengthy tour of the ICA data facility. This can take quite some time. So we're going to put down our umbrella, we're going to head off to our right along the walkway until we get to the rear of the restaurant building, which is that one directly ahead of us. We're going to jump up onto the ledge, scoot along to our right, and down the drain pipe to the kitchen window. We're going to bypass that kitchen window and go into the window on the right, which is the bathroom window, and in here we will find some rat poison. So we're going to grab that, make our way back outside and back along to our left to the kitchen, and we're just going to wait for the chef you can see inside the window there to finish chopping his vegetables, and he will move away, and we can then duck in through the window and we can approach the meal on the counter here and prepare a special meal for the investigator who is going to go on the tour. We're going to add our rat poison to that meal, and then just on our way out we're going to ring the bell. There we go. So the chef will come along and take that food to the VIP guest in the dining room. He is Mr. Pritchard. He's just on the other side of the wall to our left there. While that is happening, we're going to go and try and save ourselves a little bit of time, and we're going to run out of the restaurant, across the street and into the apartment building. And in here on the top floor we will find Mr. Pritchard's apartment. Now there is a keypad entry door, but the entry code is 0118, same as the code for the facility area. And in here we will find a special form that the gentleman cannot start the tour without, and it's just under the foot of the bed here. So now that we have that, we can make our way back to the restaurant, and hopefully by this point Mr. Pritchard has just been tucking into his poisoned broth or stew or whatever it was, and he is making his way to the bathroom. We may be a little bit early, he may not quite be there yet. No, he's only just getting sick now. So we're going to make our way into the bathroom and await his imminent arrival. And when he comes in, we can then pounce on him, render him unconscious, and take his outfit and his place on the tour. So once he's in the bathroom and the bathroom door closes, we can then pounce on Mr. Pritchard here. We're going to hide his body in the canvas crate provided, and we're going to take his outfit. And then from here we're going to make our way through the restaurant kitchens to the young lady who was telling us that she's very sorry that she can't let us in without the right form. We're also going to leave our gun behind because at some point we will be going through a frisk zone. So straight through the restaurant, through the kitchen, we're going to talk to this young lady and start the tour, which we will immediately skip through as much as possible. Sticking only to the highlights of the tour, And then after that we're going to get into a long-winded chat with Imogen and Royce before we get to play around with being the manager and firing people.
Without you even noticing it, Mr. Pritchard, invisibility is the best security there is. You see, the restaurant is in fact a front that lets all ICA personnel arrive unseen. Who notices a dumpling cook on his way to work? Naturally, you'll have to be frisked like everyone else. No exceptions, Mr. Pritchard.
What do you mean, no exceptions? I'm Mr. Pritchard. I'm here to investigate this place. I can do what I want.
If you want to get past me, I have to frisk you first. That's not open for discussion.
Yeah, okay, you've got bigger muscles than me and a rather large gun. I think I'll let you frisk me after all. So once we're through this area, we're gonna meet up again with the young lady and continue on with our tour. There she is, depositing our form.
Let's step inside.
Security protocol overruled.
I'm sorry, but we can't proceed beyond this room until your security clearance is finalized. So why don't you have a little look around while we wait, Mr. Pritchard? It should be here shortly.
Shit. We need to intercept that 47, or the facility AI will blow your cover. Get me into one of those computers and do it fast. You've got 60 seconds before all hell breaks loose. Good. I'm in. And you're safe. That was a close one.
Perfect timing. Your clearance just came through. Let's continue. Come on, it's this way inside. And on top of... Oh, good. There she is.
Hi, Imogen Royce. I've been looking forward to meeting you.
Likewise.
After you. I've set up a little demonstration for you. 3 employees, unaware that I can accurately predict their behavior. Firing them will result in an already clearly defined reaction. On the top left, we have Sharon Reed, who you saw downstairs. She is a dutiful and trusted employee. If she is to be fired, my algorithm predicts with a certainty of 97.8% that she will finish up her most important tasks before she leaves the building. Specifically, she will press the maintenance button within 11 seconds. Jeremy Bolt. The guard in the lower left is as tough as nails when on duty. But in private, he's a real mummy's boy. If fired, he will immediately call his mother and, at her advice, seek out who he considers his best friend for support. My personal guard as it stands.
Me? Really? Well, that explains why he's always next to me at lunch.
At the top right, you see Alicia Reynolds. Bright and very passionate about her job. However, also very possessive about her contribution. My prediction is that she will try to disable the work she has done for the ICA. If she's not allowed to enjoy her results, no one is. Specifically, that means she will try to enter the core room and disable the safety mechanism. I'll leave you to consider your choice of who you want me to use for the demonstration. Just let the guard outside the door know when you're ready, and I'll be right back.
I will have a closer look. Maybe your project could play a part in the future of the ICA.
Just let the guard outside the door know when you're ready, and I'll be right back. Oh, and if you decide to leave the room, a guard will escort you around. Safety protocol. Thought I'd just mention it.
Right, so after all of that has played out, we're just going to let Imogen and the bodyguard leave. And as soon as they do, we're going to fire Jeremy Bolt. He, as Imogen said, will ring his mum and leave. As soon as we're able, we're also going to fire Alicia Reynolds. She will go and turn off the safety feature of the core, and the guard will be distracted so he won't stop her going in. And then all we have to do is wait for the young lady Miss Reynolds to be leaving the vault area or the core area, when we will then fire Miss Reed, who will then trigger the purge protocol and kill anything living in the core area. So we've fired the 2 people. As you can see, the guard is distracted. Miss Reynolds is going to turn off the the security system. Imogen and her bodyguard have just arrived, and her bodyguard will pass straight through the core room and start talking with Mr. Bolt, the other guard, and they will wander off somewhere for a chat. So we're just checking to make sure that Miss Reynolds has left, or very nearly on her way out, and then we will fire Sharon Reed, who will immediately set fire to the core, and the only person in there will be Imogen Royce. She is just about to leave though.
Good. That's both targets down. I just need to override this, and I'm in. You can get out now and I can take care of the data remotely. Unless you want to handle it yourself.
So once Imogen has been dispatched, don't bolt for an exit. We need to be escorted off of the premises by this gentleman here. Fortunately, he doesn't seem to want to actually lead me away. So I'm going to head off in the wrong direction, and now he wants to lead me away. So we're just going to follow this guard back out of the facility, and he will stop pretty much at the threshold. Oops, sorry mate, didn't mean to bump into you there. Just at the stairs to the entrance. There is a couple of cameras we will need to avoid if you haven't taken out the cameras in the security room, which we haven't done. So they are easy enough to avoid. You may need to stop and wait for one of them to pan. I did manage to make it straight through. So the guard will cease escorting us at this point, and from here on out we can now run for the exit, although I'm going to casually walk out of the area first, and then we're going to head for the moped exit or the scooter exit back out in the rain, and that's another outfit soaked and ruined. So there we go, one more challenge taken care of. A long-winded one, but quite an enjoyable one. I have been Anubis, and I will see you all in the next video.